My dear friends, welcome to Rajshekhar classes on applied data science with Python. This is lecture number 595. In this lecture, we will try to understand installation of TensorFlow. Yes, we already discussed how to install TensorFlow when we discussed how to install in Python chapter, very first chapter of this course. We discussed how to install TensorFlow, but I just recap it. I will provide you some nice links which you can use. Actually, this is a very nice link on tensorflow.org, that is www.tensorflow.org install, which is a website which hosts lots of information about TensorFlow. Here we are in the installation page for Windows. You can see here installation page for Windows, installation for Mac, installation for Ubuntu, isn't it? You can always click here and you will get instructions. If you click here, what you will get? You will get instructions to install. Installation is very simple. Since most of the students have Windows system, most important thing, this is the place where a lot of students go wrong. What you need, you need install Python 3.9 plus 64-bit release for Windows, isn't it? It is desktops or laptops, Windows 7 or later. If you have 32-bit Windows, TensorFlow cannot be made if you have 32-bit Windows, TensorFlow cannot work, cannot be made to work. That's important. Cannot be made to work. I recommend you to change your Windows installation, Windows operating system to a 64-bit Windows 7 or later. We can do it on both desktops as well as laptops. And if you have a GPU, if you already have a GPU, you can install TensorFlow with GPU support. For that, you need NVIDIA GPU, or if you don't have a GPU, what you have to do, actually determine which TensorFlow to install. You must choose one of the types of TensorFlow to install. One is TensorFlow with CPU supporting, and another one is TensorFlow with GPU support, isn't it? What it says, you can install TensorFlow with GPU support. For that, you need NVIDIA GPU, or if you don't have a GPU, which is what is the case with the most of the students, you can just install with the CPU support. That's perfectly okay. If you want to install with GPU, you need to install something called CUDA. CUDA is basically, what is this? CUDA is a tool. CUDA is a toolkit that NVIDIA provides. You can go to the NVIDIA documentation on installing CUDA. If you don't have GPU, you don't have to do it, isn't it? Don't worry about it. If you have a GPU, you will have to install CUDA support through NVIDIA's documentation. As far as TensorFlow is concerned, there are two ways actually. As far as TensorFlow concerned, there are two ways you can install: using pip, or there is something like Anaconda, isn't it? Using pip or Anaconda. With pip, it is very first one is with pip command, second one is with Anaconda, isn't it? What about this with pip? It is very simple. It is literally one line. I am using, you have pip 3.5 or 3.6 versions. You need to have Python 3 version. I am using, you have Python 3.5 or 3.6. You need to have Python 3 version, and all you need to say that pip3, this is pip3 install --upgrade TensorFlow. This is CPU version. This will install CPU based TensorFlow in a few minutes based on internet speed. If you want to GPU version of TensorFlow, what is the GPU version of TensorFlow? pip3 install --upgrade TensorFlow -GPU, isn't it? This is the GPU version of TensorFlow. You just have to say, but before that, you need to install CUDA drivers, CUDA toolkit from NVIDIA's website, and all the information for that is available in tensorflow.org, isn't it? Tensor.flow isn't it? Installation of CUDA drivers changes from one graphics card to other graphics cards, isn't it? That installation of CUDA drivers depends on the graphics cards. It varies with the graphics cards. In my laptop, I have Mac and I don't have NVIDIA graphics card, and hence I will not be able to show it right now. But it's very simple. All you need to do, Google search install CUDA toolkit 9.0 and it should be very easily. Just see, this is CUDA toolkit 9.0 downloads. Just Google search for it and it should be very easy. There are lots of tools are there to install CUDA drivers. And if you are a gamer and you have GPU on your laptop, it should be straightforward. You might have already installed some of these for your graphics card. Having said that, the second option is to use Anaconda, isn't it? What is this? Second option is to use Anaconda. Conda creates, what is this? Just see, Conda space create hyphen n TensorFlow space pip Python equal to 3.5. So this is the command which you get it, and then you will activate TensorFlow. After that one, you have to activate TensorFlow. Again, what is this? Pip install double hyphen ignore hyphen install double hyphen upgrade TensorFlow. What is this? This is this installation. To install GPU version of TensorFlow, enter the following command. This is CPU version, and there is another version, GPU version. What is GPU version? Pip install double hyphen ignore or double hyphen install double hyphen upgrade TensorFlow hyphen GPU. Here you have CPU version as well as GPU version. You are updating the CPU version and GPU version. That's important here. Just see, here you have CPU version as well as this is CPU version. This one is GPU version, isn't it? This one is CPU version and this one is GPU version, isn't it? Once if you done it, if you want to validate after doing this one, once if you done it, if you want to validate it, if you want to validate whether TensorFlow is working or not, what you have to do, just you have a small piece of code, import TensorFlow as tf hello equal to tf dot constant hello comma TensorFlow. Yes, if just this is a few lines of code. If you are using Python 3, just to say Python, here you can say Python. Just if it is Python 3, what you have to do, here you have to write a small number, just say Python 3 here. If it is Python 3, instead of Python, what will you write here? You will write Python 3, isn't it? That's what it says. Yes, if you are defining a constant called hello, what is this? tf dot constant. You are defining a constant called hello comma tensor, and you are giving it to a variable hello. You are starting TensorFlow session and you are saying run. You are saying run it. What this would do, it will print hello tensor. What is the output here? You will get output as hello tensor. I will explain you what is the session and all of you in one of the future videos in this chapter itself. But for now, this is simple 4 lines of command, and you can run to ensure that TensorFlow is working for you. So my recommendation, whenever you are installing TensorFlow, first install CPU version and test if everything is working. Install CPU version. Installing CPU version is very easy. Then to install GPU version. This is slightly, installing GPU version is slightly harder. This is slightly harder to install, and there are lots of tutorials and videos are available for installing this one. Just go through this. Just go through this lecture. If you have any difficulty, please keep a comment. Thank you very much.